Peace, everybody. It's your girl Wendy Zizzo here with Nappy Red and Kirk the Jerk, and we are Awareness Academy 411 here to give you the 411 on just different aspects of life. Plant a couple seeds. This is all for educational purposes only. Do not try this at home. Unless if it works for you, but don't blame me if it don't. So it's been a good week. It hasn't been too crazy. I mean, there's definitely interesting things always happen in the world, but we wanted to go a little bit esoteric today. Or more so, just let's get into some ancient knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of helpful books around, but I'm the type, I like to go as far back as I can, because when I look at these megalithic structures around the planet, I don't know how they did it or have an idea how they did it. So they had to have known something that we don't know. So, I'm going to look into that information and see how it correlates to the present information. And at the end of the day, my whole purpose of learning these things is so that I can learn how to use my divine power. That we all have this divine power, but if you're not aware of it, number one, if you're not in tune with it, and two, then it's just being steered in directions that people want you to go versus what you want to go. So, learning this type of information, in my opinion, just helps you to elevate yourself and, learn how to master yourself, because self-mastery is definitely an important aspect of life. Like, don't worry about relationships. Don't worry about, getting cars and money and all this. Worry about getting yourself in an alignment. Absolutely, because people have lots and lots of money, they ain't happy.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
you got
right.
people that are filthy rich, and it's just never enough for them. You know what I mean? It's always on to the next best thing. It's because they haven't taken that inner journey, And we got people that feel like they need these things to define their value. And it's like, well, if you go within and you start to recognize your own value, you'll see that this stuff is finite. Like, this is nothing. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It'll disintegrate one day.
That's big facts.
Word. So, I don't know if anyone else here has heard of Billy Carson.
Billy Carson, baby.
I like him. People are always going to try to find something negative about somebody, but at the end of the day, it's like sometimes you just got to pay attention to the message and not worry about
the messenger
so much. So, you know what I mean? And he drops a lot of knowledge. I know, Red, you was talking about something before that you was interested in that he spoke on.
Yeah, he spoke on a lot of stuff, but also I want to say, do your research too. Just don't take it from us and don't take it from him. Do your own research.
Absolutely.
Because that's a lot that people don't do. They'll see what somebody's saying, but don't do their research. But he was talking about Jesus. He was talking about like how when people came over to this United States or so, or whatever you want to call it, they program y'all to believe in Jesus Christ. And I learned a lot of stuff about Christ. Christ, like when he said Jesus, that's not the real name. And Christ is something totally different and everything. So, like I told you last week, they program people to believe what they want to believe. Just like Jesus, they program you to believe that he's white, blonde hair.
The right term.
Buttermilk skin complexion, remember?
Colonized into these belief systems, Continue, Red.
But also, if you read the Bible, if you enter the Bible and everything, if you read the Bible, it's totally a different person that they talk about. But people got that on the wall. That's what they believe in and everything. And talking about the Catholic and the Vatican.
Yeah. Oh my God, the Vatican.
All of that is fake. But research on that.
The Vatican has over 50 miles of stored
Underground.
information underground. Like,
Yes.
just fathom a mile,
Yeah, that's crazy.
let alone 50 miles of artifacts, documents. I heard that they even have things from the Library of Alexandria there.
Yes, yes,
Well,
They have so much. Huh?
They got the single largest piece of real estate in the world. They got more real estate than every
It's
other
the
private
biggest
owner in the
business
world.
on the planet, and
The
they're
big-
even tax free. Like,
Yes,
Woo,
yes.
sexy.
There you
That's
go.
why-
There you go.
That's why King James was jealous of the Pope, because the Pope was getting money from people and they wasn't even the government.
Yeah. And plus,
Everybody need
they
to understand
said,
what King James is. The reason why they had a King James version,
yeah.
that's why, because he wanted to create it. He wanted to have his own influence and his own version of that good book. So
this is
he
the number one
can influence
selling
people.
book in the world. Just
Yeah.
imagine the number one
Yeah.
book sold in the world.
Yes, yo, Teddy Love sent us some respect. He said basically.
Putin opened the vaults and showing all the black prophets. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yes.
So to touch
yeah.
more on what you was talking about with Yeshua. So his name, the gentleman
He
that
said-
existed
Mhm.
at one time, his name was Yeshua, and
Yes.
Yeshua was the type of person that studied very, very similar things that I do. He studies the spiritual arts. He traveled to Kemet. It even says in the Bible that he went to Egypt, disappeared at the age of 12, and then popped up at 33. You know what I mean? He went to study in Egypt at the Kemetic schools. He also went to Tibet and he learned from the monks there. He was just a spiritually elevated human being. And then they said, and there's actually a book that predates the Bible that shows that he never was crucified. That never happened. I even heard in Judaism they talk about that, or Islam. I wanted the two to talk about that.
Both of them would talk. Yeah, both of them.
So
What?
Huh?
No. Well, all I do is believe that. Let's say I don't believe in that particular person, but I do believe that there was people, and to this day, there's people that roam this planet that have significant power that you'll never see, because it was designed for them to keep it to themselves. But they can heal people.
No, there's this.
in different ways.
I think the video is still
some
on
of us.
YouTube. I hope the video is still on YouTube with this guy, this Chinese Asian guy. He was starting fires with his hands, like like putting paper on fire with his hands because he mastered his chi. Now back to what Christ consciousness is. And Yeshua, the J didn't come into existence until the 1600s anyway. So
that's true.
That's you can't even use that. But I don't want to Billy Carson this too much, but he became very in tune and learned how to tap into the Christ consciousness that we all have within us. That's why, because I'd say 25% of the Bible has some really good information in it, and the rest is very questionable. But, some of the things he talks about, like even in the Bible, go within, seek the kingdom of heaven. That's here. There's nothing outside. You know what I mean? There's nothing out there. It's all in here. Like, I'll give a great example. If you have a heartbreak at home, if you go and get on an airplane and travel to China, is the heartbreak gonna still be with you? Yes. Just because you get in the airplane and go somewhere, you ain't leaving the heartbreak behind. You taking it with you. If you went to the bottom of the ocean, that heartbreak gonna be with you, right? Yeah, because everything that's going on that you experience is happening from within. And Christ consciousness is bringing yourself into full alignment with who and what you are, recognizing your divinity on a whole nother level, so much so that you can recognize it in others. And once you recognize it in others, when you see them as the complete and amazing being that they are, they'll sense that from you and they'll make the change. That's why, it talks about in the Bible how somebody just touched Yeshua and they were cured. You know what I mean? But because it was just his frequency, you know what I mean? Just being in that frequency and being close to him will help to, manipulate yours in a sense. And then he says, don't go home and talk about this. Why? Because when you go talk to people that know you, they're going to hate on you. That ain't happening.
Well, remember, A lot of witches wasn't really witches. They were just healers. They
just women.
understood
Yeah, they were
science on a
healers.
different
Yep.
level. They
Yeah.
understand the
Botanists.
earth. And even in
Foragers.
and even in the Bible, it says the herbs are the healing for the body, for the spirit.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then anything that's wrong with us can be healed by the herb. And unfortunately, everything is not in this state, United States. They're all over the world.
All
You
over.
know,
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people that's well educated in that particular flower or that particular plant, anything.
Well,
that
I'll give people something that is available all the time. You see it all the time. You grew up seeing it. If you were like me, you played Pop Goes the Weasel when you pop the top off of a dandelion. Dandelion is one of the most powerful herbs on the planet.
Yep.
Dandelion has so much healing properties. It's not even funny, But be careful where you get it
I
from.
didn't know that.
Like dandelion has.
Yeah.
It's
Yes, it
good with
does.
iron. It's good for circulation, digestion. It helps with different ailments. Well, I think it also helps blood pressure as well. But dandelion is very, very good for you. But like I said, be careful where you get it from because you don't want something where a dog got peed on it. But if you got your backyard and there's nobody back there. Go pull out your own dandelion. You know what I mean? And there's YouTube Academy will teach you how to make it, to prepare it as a tea. You can make it as a salad,
anything really.
Dandelion is dope.
Yeah, but also I wanted to say when we was talking about like propaganda, I want to talk about propaganda for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to bring in race into it, but just like when you said the witches, when they thought they was witches, they was like, okay, get them, because they didn't understand what was going on. Also, if you look at today with the Karens, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They see something.
They really witches. Now, just playing.
No.
They're the people that went after the witches.
Okay,
Karens
wow.
and Darrens,
there you go.
and the Magas. Those are the people that were the ones that was at the lynching party.
In our opinion.
In our opinion.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna say our opinion. That's facts.
Oh shit! Well, we're gonna look like we're gonna start another YouTube channel.
Word. Are you about to come out here? Don't you talk about no.
Get him! He said something about Mega.
Look at the facts and stop being ignorant.
Yeah, exactly. If you look at all the people that always project different stuff on people that they think that's bad and everything, they'll sit there and be like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be here." Oh,
they want to intervene in some way, shape, or form. I gotta insert my authority. Respect my authority. It's
I don't want to be silly, but I was sitting there I was trying to get this spot off my shoulder right here, but that's actually a hole.
Damn, man,
I'm religious for real today. Oh,
he's holy. Bless you, child. Bless you, child. Because
I'm like, yo, why this spot won't? I'm
did y'all hear about? You remember the story of the guy that was bird watching in Central Park, and the woman he told the white woman to leash her dog, and she lost her mind and called the cops. Oh, he's black. So he just recently won an Emmy Award for his bird watching show that was so it's like, oh, another satisfying occasional moment.
But that's what I'm talking about. It's like she was like, he got a gun, he's gonna hurt me, he's gonna kill me, such and such and such and such.
That was the same type of lady that got Emmett Till.
Now this is the problem I have. Anybody that want to call the police on people that look like us, the dominant society, so to speak, they is fully intentional want to hope that we die, because it's not going to just be us being arrested. You know that when they look at us as mutant gladiators. Like, for example, if a kid that's black, 13 years old, when somebody from another race look at him, they automatically look at he's already in his 20s. That's the system that we live in, where
Well,
they
that's
look at a 13-year-old as a grown man, and then sometimes the news call them man or young man instead of saying teenager or kid.
Yeah.
They don't like to use that when it's a reference to us. And then when it's us getting slaughtered and murdered, they call us thugs. They call it all kinds of names. But if somebody else that look like this end up committing a crime, they focus on the mental health of the person.
No, they got mental
Now
health.
all of a sudden, he suffered from this, he suffered from that. When we look at his history, he live in a house. Not saying that live in a house and living comfortable, you can't have mental issues, but the fact that you living better than most. I know people I grew up with where both of their parents is crackheads. You know what I'm saying? And they still made something of it themselves.
Yeah.
God bless them. And not everybody has the opportunity to do that. But what I'm saying is that there are little situations and they be saying that, the mental health is in the third. What about living in the hood and living through all the situations? I see so many people die.
The generational trauma.
Yeah.
Like this. So it goes back to that whole colonization thing. You know what I mean? Like the interesting thing about it for me is this. If somebody can program you one way, then that means you have the power to reprogram yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the type of things that, like even us here at Awareness 411, Awareness Academy 411, we're here to illuminate people or just bring to your attention the ways that you can reprogram yourself outside of this societal program. Like there's this entire idea that, one, black is wrong, white is right. They've even done studies where they took little children and put them in front of different dolls and was like, which a black doll and a white doll, which one is the good one, which one is bad? Like this is not only a programming that is in our society, but it's in our DNA.
Yes,
you gotta remember that's 400 years. That's 4 old ass people, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's 5 or almost 5 75-year-olds, one after the other. You know what I mean? Like of where this was embedded into the psyche of these people. They were broken. They were taken down to nothing. And then as we came out of it, it was just compound upon compound upon compound. Like they call this generational trauma. And generational trauma is what's in your DNA, because you also have to remember everything is a frequency. Everything, even the very sound that you hear right now of us coming out of our mouth is frequency. So these traumas are really frequencies that we're existing at different levels. You know what I mean? So in order for you to change your frequency, you have to learn self-mastery. You have to learn mindset training. You want to continuously train your mind. Like I'll even drop a jewel about, so your subconscious mind and your conscious mind are 2 different things, right? Your conscious mind is, okay, I got to do this today. I got to do that today. And, you're thinking about this, thinking about that. Your subconscious mind is what you experience in your sleep, and also what operates or what drives the decisions that you make, right? So in order to train the subconscious mind, there's 2 ways to do it. Either A, with repetition, where you continuously do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, just like a muscle, right?
Yeah,
right.
The other way is, joy is a way of programming your subconscious mind. Like they even found that when they teach children in a more, like if they make the lesson like a song and make it fun, they'll remember it a lot easier than if you yelled and screamed it at them. So that's another way to program yourself, like just making it, enjoy it. And now another way I use all the time, I have them all over my house, is affirmations. Affirmations is a great way, and not just practicing affirmations. So an affirmation is basically a phrase of power, a phrase of that'll help you ground yourself, like I am abundant in all things, or I am worthy, or I am loved, or I am joy, I am grateful. Like these are all different affirmations. You can write them on paper and hang them up around your house, because that's going to program your subconscious mind. because you might not be consciously paying attention to it, but your subconscious, so your conscious mind is only going to absorb about 10% of reality, right? Your subconscious mind is picking up the other 90%. That's why marketing is so powerful. Like they keep showing you the same thing over and over in different places with the commercials, and it's in this color red, and that gets your attention, and it's in blue, so that makes you feel more comfortable and more trusting of it. You know, all these different colors and things of marketing is programming, and you can do the same thing to yourself.
Yeah. That's true.
To that consciousness, baby.
No, but that's real though. That's real, because a lot of people don't realize your subconscious is a motor that take care of a lot of stuff that you don't imagine. Like, let's say if you driving, think about you driving in your car. You're going to your destination. You've been going to this destination forever because it's where you live at. It's going home. You sitting there and you're in a daze, you're in a daydream, so to speak, while you're driving. And next thing you know, you're like, oh, shoot, I'm about to get on my exit. Damn, I don't even remember how I got here.
Yeah.
Because your subconscious got you in a mode and you're already pre-programmed. So it's just doing what it normally does on a consistent basis.
Yeah,
it's just like
is in the Vatican. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. It's just like clock. If you go to sleep and you said I gotta get up at 3:30, 4:30, and you set your alarm clock, but also your mind is set already. So you get up 2 or 3 minutes before your alarm clock goes off. Every morning I get up and I set my alarm clock, but I don't even use it because I'm already set to that time, and I get up and I be like, okay, it's time. You know what I'm saying? You get that feeling in you. Like, okay, you don't even got to look at the clock. Be like, okay, it's time to get up. Because your body said, okay, you rested, it's time to get up now.
Yeah, and you know that you have to get up. So again, this is how impressionable and programmable that we actually are. Yeah. And you know, we could talk for days about the conspiracy theories. We can go in on conspiracy theories all we want. But the point of learning all of this information is to become aware of your power. And what your power is. Your power is literally your power is your word, your emotions, and your thoughts. That is your power. And then the physical aspect is you taking action. You know, then people say, oh, knowledge is power. No, applied knowledge is power.
Now look at the Bible. Perfect example. When you look at the Bible says the power of the tongue, right? Because the Bible was playing on science. It understood how can you attack the subconscious. You say it shall be it. Because if you say something over and over, like you said before, repetitious is going to manifest into your reality because you created that system by saying it over and over, whether it's a positive or negative. So that's the issue that we got to get out of. We got to start speaking, like you said before, when you had the little cards all over the house, basically saying good stuff. You got to start speaking good into your existence. In the morning, I think everybody should say, and it sounds corny, and I know y'all heard this, y'all watch movies where you see a person saying, I'm the greatest, I'm this, I'm that, and you know, the affirmations in the bathroom and stuff before they go out to work or before they start their day. It's okay, because let me tell you something. It starts your day off good over time. Maybe not the first or second day. Once you start to believe what you're saying, you're going to start starting your day off better. You don't need to start your day off having a bad day. Like, let's say if you come out your driveway, someone else hit you. Oh, my day's starting bad. Don't put that into the air. Your tongue is manifesting the issues.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, like we don't realize how powerful we are. Like, we'll, you know, say something simple that most people know about. Like, you'll think of somebody and then they'll call you, or you'll run into them. You know, or you'll say like, damn, I need X amount of dollars in order to meet this, you know, this specific amount. And then out of nowhere, the money just drops in your lap. I remember,
oh my God.
Don't lie. I could tell you so many stories, but this one story I'll never forget. I was working at this old job and I wasn't making enough money. I needed to make more money. and it was, I needed it to fit my schedule so I can have it as a second job. And I was just like, yo, how can I find something for this amount of time? Blah, 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 blah. And I remember getting mad and just yelling at the universe, like, what the fuck I gotta do to get this shit? What the like? I just went in and I said, you know what, fuck it. And that's a way of saying letting the universe take hands of it, right? And no lie, this is my word on everything I love. Not even 5 minutes after I had that screaming match talking to the universe, my phone rang with a freaking job offer for me to work the exact hours that I needed.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay.
Because see, that's that right there. Like, even if you're doing bad on the streets and you gotta make it home. If you put that in your mind, I'm gonna make it home tonight. And you know what I'm saying? And plenty of times I put that up in the air. I gotta get out of this. I gotta make it home. And I made it home and everything. And sometimes people say, oh, it might be a guardian angel watching over you or such and such and such. No, you put that in your mind already. I'm going home. Yeah, I'm going home tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see another tomorrow. And everything, and then you got people that's out there that, and I even heard him say it. Even Biggie, I'm gonna put the whole thing. Biggie, he invited death into his.
Yeah, if you look at the last album cover, it's him standing next to a hearse with his name on the fucking plate. Yeah, and the name of the album is Life After Death. And this man has still been living after death. His music is still relevant to this day.
Yeah. And I believe that so much because some of my friends, they put death in their area. Like when we was growing up, we was saying, oh, we ain't gonna live to 18, we ain't gonna live to 21, we ain't gonna live to such and such and such. Most of my friends that said that is not here no more.
They believed it and they created it on a level. And it's interesting because like even what it talks about in the Bible, that you speak out, what is it? As a man speaketh, he is.
So be it.
Yeah, so be it. Like, we are the literal creator. Like, people like, oh, no, you can't call yourself God. You can't call... If you're in the westernized mindset of God, being that there's this thing outside of you and outside of reality that creates everything, right? Versus, if you think about it, just look at the trees, just everything in reality. What else could this possibly be other than God itself? Just in different forms.
We all systems. The reason why I think we might be God in a sense, we all a image of him, a branch of him. Let's say not an image, because I believe God is more like a force. I would say this: if we want to go by the Bible, there's a scripture that says the temple within, meaning us. We the temple within. Do you ever hear that term? A woman need to protect her temple, but a man too. Everybody need to protect the temple. You know why? Because you have a piece of this system we call God. Y'all want to put it as a person, not you guys, but I'm saying in general, everybody like to look at him as a person. I don't think of God as a person. I think of him as a force. Everything around us, abundance. God is everything you look at. You look left, you look right. That's God's creation. You know what I'm saying? But to look at it as a person is to minimize God, because we know that man is not perfect, and I believe that the God that I worship is perfect. So if he's perfect, he can't be man. You know what I'm saying?
People create what's the right way to put it?
They try to give an understanding.
God in man's image.
Yeah.
People create God in man's image, right? Even so much so that you've been programmed to say he. Like he. That still brings it down to a human being, right? Yeah. Or some type of, being that, okay, it's outside of you, and if you are a certain way, then you're going to be punished, or now you're in favor. Though the thing I spoke about before, where I said I had my moment where I just exerted all this energy, and then I got the phone call that gave me exactly what it was that I said I wanted.
Laws of attraction.
That was a synchronicity. Like that was me creating on another level a moment of connection. And that moment, just like, you ever been somewhere, you're at the right place at the right time, or the wrong place at the wrong time, or you just so happen to have this, or just so happen to lose that. Like, whether it's good or bad, it's still a synchronicity, and that's proof of our power. Like, people say, oh, that's God.
No, we all connected.
It actually is God, but it's you.
We all connected.
You are it. Like, we
all connected.
Absolutely.
You speak about somebody, and guess what? Now all of a sudden they call you. You're like, yo, I just was talking about you. That's not by mistake. We think it's by mistake, but it's not, because the energy just crossed at that particular moment. And
see, also, I feel like when you said before that we're not perfect, we actually are perfect. You are perfectly you, who you are in this very moment.
I can take a look at that.
That is perfection. You are perfectly Kirk the Jerk.
Oh, shit.
Like, perfectly. Right?
Damn.
Perfectly Wendy Zizzo and all that I am, and I am that I am, right? And we are these perfect aspects of consciousness creating from ourselves all the time. And then we get together and we co-create all the time. Like, look at how we all came together. I've been saying I've been wanting to do a podcast for a minute. Then I get on the line one day with Kurt. He's like, yeah, I want to do a podcast. I was like, yeah, why don't we do it together? He's like, bet, let's do it together. Oh, I got another person I know would be dope for this too. I was like, well, let's do it. It was just it just came into being. You know what I mean? And I'll even go into the numerology of it,
but it's the energy.
The supreme.
It's the energy.
It's the energy, because
understanding, knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Got to.
But the energy was there. You know why? Because me and him did a podcast with another person. I'm not gonna say a name for the respect of social media. She's a great person. But we met through him, and we had a connection then. And I was like, when we set this podcast, the first thing I thought of was, oh, shoot, I got to get him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I asked him, and I was like, oh, shit, he's available to do it too. And it got excited because we are a perfect dynamic. I like to say that we're perfect. And you're right. I never thought of it. Being imperfect is to be perfect.
Yeah,
philosophically, you know why?
Perfectly, like when somebody's a jerk, you a perfect jerk.
Yes, because
somebody's being loving, you are perfect loving. You know what I mean? Like, whatever
I never
it is
thought
you're
of
doing,
it like that.
Whatever it is you're being in that moment, you are being the perfect version of that for its reason.
Yes. I think
that's why
we call things imperfect, but that is perfect in a sense.
But that's why with the gods and the earth and the suns, she's earth. She knows already. You know what I'm saying? That's the land right there. You got to respect that and everything. So a lot of people sit there with a lot of different religions and stuff. And me and, you know what I'm saying, peace to love God. You know what I'm saying? We always building all the time. And we study every religion and everything. So it's not like religion, you take this and take this and take that and take that. It's the religion in you that you want to live your life. That's why it's called the book of life and everything, because you got to live your life with you and everything. You can't sit there and say, okay, Catholics does this, Jews do that, Muslim do this, Christians do that, Baptists do that. You'll be a mixed up motherfucker.
Absolutely. Honestly, I think one of the reasons why people are afraid to understand that they are the creator itself is because they're afraid of the responsibility that comes with it. Because the responsibility that comes with it is recognizing, one, that you created everything. Two, you also have to now exhibit this idea of what you think being God is. But you have to recognize you being authentically you. You chasing, not chasing, but you following the things that make you happy. Meaning, you want to, what's the I have it written up here. I know it off the top of my head, but you basically want to follow your highest excitement to the best of your ability with no insistence of what the outcome will be. And you're just doing it for enjoyment. And as long as you're doing that, you are being exactly what you are supposed to be. And if you want to please what you want to call God, that is what pleases God, because you're allowing it to fully express itself exactly the way it was supposed to be and the way it was intended. You know, like me personally, I am a creative being on many levels. Physically, I can create life. You know what I mean? And another way, I can create life with my word. I can create things with drawing. I can create music. I can create like so many things.
Everything we do comes to life. Even we create AI.
Yeah.
We create AI too. It came to life. It's gonna whip our butts.
Listen, AI is just another conduit as to way that consciousness can communicate. Just another way.
Yeah. It's
all
exactly.
Another way.
Exactly.
How you create something better than you though? Eventually, become better than you.
but also you got to look at it as like you said, this all begins from programming. Okay, we're going to program them to be like this. We're going to and religions. A lot of people going to say no, but religion is programming too. And
absolutely, and they start from a little age too.
Yeah. Okay, y'all gonna go to y'all gonna go to Bible school, and this is what we're gonna teach y'all. We're gonna teach y'all this, and this. So when you get older, it's just like I was saying last week, with the brown people, we fall for anything and everything all the time. And
because we lost who we are, so you know
exactly that point. That's what I wanted to get out there. We was lost, basically. That we was lost, and we found something that we can, I guess, attach ourselves to.
It was beaten into us.
yeah, but some people was attached to it. Like they went for it and said, "This is what I'm gonna do." Because just like when I used to go down south in South Carolina and go to church, I knew church wasn't for me because I don't know if I don't know. Like
you just felt it in your spirit.
Yeah, but I seen the dirty stuff going on in the church. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. If y'all gonna do this, and soon y'all in church praising white Jesus, and then y'all go out and do the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this too, because I don't want religious people that are watching us to be turned on.
No.
That's why I'm not trying to go too deep.
If you feel like following a religion or being a part of religion is following your highest excitement to the best of your ability, and it's making you happy, please continue
Go for it.
Make you a better person.
That's the thing that you need to keep yourself in a positive space, and then also to give other people grace and give them forgiveness as well as yourself. Then please take that path. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, if you're sick, some people believe that if they go to the doctor will fix them. Some people believe that if they go to herbs, that will fix them. You know what I mean? Like, go whatever path you think will work for you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a hater. I'm just saying.
But I want to backtrack that. I learned all religions, and I deal with all religions. All religions help you out some type of way. So not trying to bash nobody religion. If that helps you out and that makes you live, do what you do and everything. So I'm just saying, don't sit there and be a hypocrite on different religions. That's all.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah. Like be about it. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But
for real. And I wrote that on the song a long time ago. But
no. It's real. But some people got to hear the truth and stop hearing lies too.
It's kind of hard because think about it, the programming that goes into the mind of the young people, because the same way that our parents was quote unquote brainwashed, they put that on their family, and their family get brainwashed too. That's why when you look at the world now, they're not so much in compliance with the system the way they were back then. Only because they're starting to say, wait a second, we've been praying for this long and we still getting the same results. Now we've been praying for another generation, same results, and another generation, same results.
Some people
Something
still
is
hold on
not
to
working.
it.
So,
Some
yeah, the old
people
heads.
still hold on to. But listen,
Young
like
people
real
are
talk
different.
people, I can't stress this enough. Do not. I'ma just give it to Jesus. No, take your ass to a therapist. Go
Do both or
talk
something.
about
I
it
don't
to
know.
somebody that knows more than you, because you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, and just giving it up without giving yourself new information and getting it out to someone that is trained to be able to understand you so that they can help you decipher yourself. That is what we need. We need to become more aware of the importance of mental health and how to actually work through it. And please don't give it to Jesus. If better yet, if giving it to Jesus is going to take you to a therapist, then do that. Please.
As you said.
Like Jesus said, I need to call this therapist. Dude, listen to Jesus and go to the therapist, because we need so much to step outside of our life and see it from an objective point of view. And a therapist can help you do that. You know,
No, you're right. And a lot of people, what makes it fun is a lot of people will say, oh, I'm gonna go to my pastor and I'm gonna have counseling with him. All right, okay, cool. As long as your pastor is a trained professional as well as a pastor, then I'm okay with that, because he know how to be professional if he need to be, because that's the practice that he got education in versus his spiritual practice. Because I think that'd be dynamic in the sense that, all right, you like to go pray and worship.
I don't know. I feel like
got
somebody
a pastor that could do one side, he could do another side. Now, if he doesn't got that skill or that training, we say, then I think, all right, you can go to your pastor and bring your wife and your kid and all that stuff, or your husband and wife, you know, go down there and help with marriage counseling if there's a marriage situation. But you also need to go to a trained professional too. Do both at the same time. Correlate the difference. See how you can get the help. Yo, we are complex beings. It's not one easy way route to fix our situation, especially if the problem is complicated.
Absolutely.
We need multitude of different dynamics to help us out. Like, for example, what I learned, because I had anger management, is that, and it don't work for everybody, but it worked for me, count 4 corners of everything. And you do it over and over and over and over. And because you're counting, your brain has a hard time
for the problem.
Your brain has a hard time focusing on the problem when you focus on counting. And it works. I've been in a situation I want to knock some heads off their shoulders. But when I started looking at it, I found the structure. I could count the corners of it. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm done now.
let me give the people out there even a quick way to increase in your daily joy, right? Make yourself smile. Just start smiling and hold it for as long as you can. And I guarantee you'll get to a point where you'll start laughing. And once you start laughing, you start to feel better. You know what I mean? Like some people hold on to their depression for dear life. They're like, I can't feel better. No, I can't feel better. Because if I feel better, then it's going to get worse or something else is going to happen. Like, oh, I got to stay here. No, you don't. You don't. And as long as you believe something's going to happen, then something will happen. But if you say, you know what, I want to, because when you depress, you're pressing, you're pushing down, you're resisting, rather than allowing and saying, you know what, I don't know, or better yet, I understand why I feel this way. I get it. I totally, like, you want to start having these type of conversations with yourself, like, you know what, I get it. And this is an acknowledgement. You acknowledge it first. Like, you know what? I get exactly why I'm upset right now. I told, like, this situation is happening. Yes, I'm valid in the way I feel. Next one from there, validating it is, you know what? I'm so sorry for like doing this to myself right now, because you can't throw a hot stone without first burning your own hand. So
not to change the subject, but anybody see the Young Thug case?
The lawyer? The
lawyer went in, but Woody need to go back to school, at least get an 8th grade education or something, brother. I don't even think in high school. You can take an 8th grade so you can leave. At least read 4th grade words. Like, your man is God. And you know what it is? He represents a lot of people in the hood that commit crime. When you look at the prison system, they have a 4th grade education.
Yeah.
I can imagine now, in hindsight, looking at me having a 4th grade education, can't comprehend it when somebody having an adult conversation with me, and I'm getting agitated because I don't understand the words, and then now I feel like I'm being disrespected.
You know
so
what?
Now I'm creating a whole system of anger and issues. I'm about to get it popping, and you not even saying nothing bad. You actually probably compliment me.
Yeah.
I would even go as far as saying it's not even just a 4th grade education. It's a 4th grade emotional mindset. Like, how old are you in 4th grade? Like what? 9? Yeah, 9, 10 years old. Yeah. So if you don't learn how to grow past that moment, like say 9 years old, some shit happened, you stuck there. Some people stay there and they grow up, but they're emotionally still 9 years old. You know, and you see it play out in your relationships. Like, I've had my experiences where grown ass man performed like a child. I said, I was like, wow. Yeah. But I understand also, like, we become emotionally stunted at the age where somebody stopped paying attention and giving a damn about you. And that could happen at any age, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? It's like, no, better yet, I'll even go this far as, now that you're older, this becomes your responsibility. Like, if you're recognizing a pattern in your relationships where you react a way that gets you the same results, you need to start changing what you're doing in order to get different results. You know, because again, I could bash all day long. I could talk about this experience, that experience, but it boils down to taking responsibility.
Y'all see the P. Diddy situation? Yo, those cases, it look like it's getting thrown out.
What?
That recent one that he had with Becky with the good hair, they call it. That case look like it's a dub. Like, she ain't getting.
Well, we gonna see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day,
it's looking like that. I'm alleged. No, it's not even alleged. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it looks like it.
Well. If you work,
that's what happens when you got his kind of money. It looks like you about to skate.
Look, if you work for the feds, it's gonna get thrown out. They're gonna treat you. They're gonna treat you.
Well,
good.
Here's the trick. The trick is that the attorney that's bringing all these charges, all the charges he got is just one attorney, right? That one attorney has the same type of wording for every same case. It's almost sound like it's the same case, different person. I mean, different victim, and it's starting to look bad on his end because it's starting to look more fabricated, in my opinion. And I'm hearing this for other attorneys too. So I don't know, man.
I haven't even been keeping up with the Diddy ish because
he far from broke. You know why?
Because he's already fell from grace. Like Diddy's already fell from grace. He's not the same Diddy that we all used to know and tolerate. You know what I mean?
He is.
At some point,
no. He is the same.
He always been a creep, in my opinion, but
I mean, like, his image has been tainted now. He's a woman beater. We all saw the video.
That video vicious.
We've seen, the dude got issues, all these different things that came out. Damn. We'll see what happens. And
that video. And allegedly was Cassie. I'm not gonna say it was Cassie because it's still not.
They said it was Cassie.
Oh, they did? Oh, shoot.
Yes, they did.
But it don't matter who it was. What make it so scary? It's not like you shake a girl up and throw her, or you accidentally tap her and say, "Yo, babe, I'm sorry," and all this. No, he literally took the time
out.
He
put hands and feet.
And do something at her. Like, damn. I don't do that to regular cats I have a fight with. I don't even do that to regular dudes I have a fight with.
And you know what? What's interesting with this is a good way to segue into this issues with relationships, and especially how Black women and Black men look at each other. This whole you did it, no, you did it, no, you did it, no, you did it, no, it's your fault, no, it's your fault, no, it's your fault. We are getting nowhere. Like everybody
always
wants
a woman
to blame
fault.
everybody, but nobody wants to just stop and just take responsibility for self. But I also say this: as long as we are fighting each other, we will never be fighting the real things that really need our attention. And that is us creating community, us, taking power of our financial power, the power of the dollar that we have. As long as we are fighting with each other and needing to prove something to each other, whether that's with materialistic objects, like who got the better car, or whatever that is. But on the level of how I see so much of this in especially like TikTok, other social media, where you got these videos where men want to blame women for being away, especially black women, or black women are too masculine, and black men are too feminine. Like there is some scientific proof to why this is happening, but at the same time, where is it getting us?
Nowhere. But also, if you look at the reality shows, most black couples look at reality shows, the bad ones at that, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It pit us against each other. If you really look at all of the reality shows that's top 10, they pit us colored.
They definitely do. They definitely do. Yeah. And at the same time, like I'll even go as far as saying this: especially black men have this idea that they are the leaders and they are the ones that should be the head of things, and they're not taking the responsibility of being a leader and the head of themselves first. You know what I mean? Like, how could you lead someone if you can't even lead yourself? If you can't be disciplined within yourself, if you can't control and manage your emotions and know how to navigate with women with their emotions. Like, women are naturally more expressively emotional, where we cry, we yell, we get upset. Men are emotional in the aspect that they'll go kill somebody or they get physically violent.
Why do men have to be a leader?
They don't. Men are not designed to be leaders physically, like just the way our brains work. Men and women. Like, women's brains are designed to solve problems. They're designed to create home. They're designed to grow things. Like, a leader knows how to navigate through things, and they'll get down in the trenches with you. A boss wants to just tell you to submit and do what I want you to do. And you're supposed to do this role, so now you're going to do this, that, and the third.
You're starting to make some sense. You know why? Because what they say is a good woman know how to multiply a person's situation, meaning that if I bring home the bacon, I give you the bacon, you're able to, best way to spin it and multiply it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, because if the man is giving it to the woman and she know how to spin it the right way, she know how to manage the bills with it. With the little you gave us, you know how to pay a little bit on this bill, put a little bit on this bill. Yeah. When a man might not be that sufficient, maybe it's a possibility of leadership.
But now it's vice versa. Now you got the men that's budgeting everything, and the woman's going out buying $700 bags. These are all different dynamics. Like, we can't say that one size fits all. Like, just because one person's doing this, everybody's doing that. Like, everybody is in different spaces. But the problem is that some, especially in dating, like right now, there's poop and piss in the dating pool, right? I don't even bother with it. Right? It's just disgusting, right? But it's just these different expectations. You can't take me to this place, or
I can't take you to Burger King and give you a
Listen,
Burger
if
King
that's your
God
price
damn it,
range,
I guess 5 burgers each, $20.
Men have to respect their tax bracket. You know what I mean? Like, if your tax bracket can afford Burger King, then you need to look for women that are okay with Burger King.
But what my tax bracket is up here, but I'm only eating down here. What's the problem? Is it a problem?
I don't know what that means.
Meaning that if the money that I want to spend is down here, but my tax bracket is all the way up there.
Basically,
that sounds cheap to me.
But no, look. Basically,
maybe it's conservative or financially savvy. I don't know.
Basically, he's saying this: you got other races that got money and they eat down here.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And make money. You got people that don't got money eat up here.
Oh yeah.
So that's our whole thing is you got people that sit there that got a little bit of money or paycheck to paycheck and they'll spend
and they roof Chris. They go to roof Chris.
Yeah.
And then they got unpaid bills at home.
Yeah. But you got the rich people that got $1 million in the bank. You know what?
And he got Wawas.
Yeah, you look.
Well, I mean, listen. Once you have a certain amount of money, you start to recognize that in some people, you don't have to flaunt it. You know what I mean? Like, there's people with millions of dollars that walk around looking like they don't got shit, and then you got people that don't have a damn thing, and they walk around looking just extra flashy. But that's again, that falls back into the whole.
I know some billionaires that I met.
You know, explaining or better yet, projecting what you consider your value is to other people. Like if you know you got millions of dollars in the bank, what do you need to prove to anybody?
Exactly.
I know billionaires that drive a Honda CR-V that have no bodyguards and just drive around
chilling.
I ain't gonna even say
their value isn't defined.
It's either New York or New Jersey, but he's driving around with a CR-V and he's a multi-billionaire. He's not just a one billionaire. He owns buildings in Jersey City.
Bro, he's fully secure in his life. Like money is means nothing to him at this point. Because once you have, like I heard this from a lot of people that got a lot of money. They say it all the time. Like once you have it, it doesn't mean anything.
It don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing. I've seen people have money and they say like, yo, I had the mansions and the cars. I had everything. I sat in
I got everything.
Beautiful mansion. And I was like, and they're telling me like, yeah, this shit don't make you happy.
Look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett expand on his old house that he had since the 1950s or something.
I heard Warren Buffett still
he got and he give away his money. He said he got so much money that he just give it away so somebody else could spend it.
I need to meet Warren Buffett because I want him to give
me come on, Buffett. You could change my life.
Hey, Buffett, Warren Buffett, Awareness Academy, you know, would love
help
to be
us out. We would love
to be sponsored.
We love Berkshire Hathaway. We love your company. I'm an investor into your company because I believe in Warren Buffett. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh shit.
Nah, but real talk though, like I really feel like when it comes to these relationship dynamics, I feel like if people truly fall in love with themselves, it would just have much better relationships, you know. And more importantly, we don't have to emphasize our value based off of if you're in a relationship or not. Like this whole idea of, okay, well, if you're a married, let's just see the whole idea of, if you're a married woman, then you're more valuable, you know, or more wanted than a woman that's not married. And then you got these married women that are in abusive ass relationships. They're completely unhappy.
Ass kick every day.
And then they put on the front for everybody else to make it look like they have a happy life, and they really don't. So what really defines a happy life? Is it having a relationship, or is it you just being like happy within?
Yeah, that's what I say. Self-love. Do self-love first. Do that first. All day. And then you can love other people. But that's you gotta have that self-love first. And a lot of us, well, I ain't gonna say us.
My bad.
They don't have self-love and everything. Like they be sitting there hating. I'm like, why y'all hating? Like,
because they're just projecting their own upsetness.
Yeah. Because my thing is this: if you can get up in the morning and breathe, that's good. That's excellent. And I always look at it like this: all my friends that I lost that can't have kids or grandkids, like I'm lucky. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm lucky. Like I'm here.
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I'll even go
yeah.
as far as saying, if anybody out there is watching and listening to us, and you are in a space where you feel really depressed and you feel down, and the hearing somebody say, "Oh, because I woke up today," that's a good thing. And to someone that's in a really depressed state, they don't feel that way. They'll wake up and say, "Oh shit, I'm back here again," right? But I'll tell you this, people out there that feel that way, if you wasn't supposed to wake up today, you would not have woke up today. If you did not have an opportunity to pull yourself from this space, you would not still be breathing. So just the fact that you woke up today, even though it might be, it might feel challenging, it might feel like it's you're going through it. Trust me, the sun always comes out after a dark night. It always does.
That's a fact.
And I can tell you from my own experience, I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor. I'm a complex PTSD survivor. I haven't gone and gotten diagnosed, but I probably am on the spectrum. Real talk,
I think I got a range of stuff that I'm not going to talk about.
I was in the system as a child. Like I've had my challenges that statistically I should be totally fucked up based off of the things that I've gone through. You know what I mean? And I was in those depressed spaces where I woke up and just hated the fact that I was even taking another breath. But what winded up happening is I had to learn how to love myself. And forgive myself.
Yeah, look, through the whole podcast, that was the deepest shit that we ever said. Love yourself and wake up. You know what I'm saying? Because that little bit right there, somebody listening, they're gonna say.
I hope so.
I said this in the last podcast. If you like Malcolm X said it. He said the Negro can solve his problem once he loves himself. All his problems fall by the wayside.
Absolutely.
And the reason why I fall by the wayside, because if you love yourself, you're not gonna allow yourself to go through the struggles that you go through that you can control. I'm not talking about the things you can't control, but the stuff you can control. You can control the relationships you have with people. You don't have to have a relationship with somebody for the sake of being in a relationship. Like you said before, there's a lot of damaged marriages out there where people are married and damaged. The woman getting her butt kicked every day. Yeah, she might be financially being supported,
the guy is experiencing
and treating good as far as the money goes, but he also giving her black eyes and she have to wear makeup to cover it up. We don't know the situations that's be happening.
Yeah.
But also like my sound off, mental. A lot of men's is getting mental abuse. It's not even getting physical abuse. It's mental. And that's what you gotta look at.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Men go through it too. Like, listen, I never want to take that from men because honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I give y'all credit for dealing with women because I can't even do it half the time. Women can be so difficult to deal with. I just happen to be one of these exceptions that my mind works differently. I'm not going to say I'm completely exempt. Like, I'm totally don't have my moments, but usually I have a very convincing case because I have facts to back it up. You know what I mean? But real talk, like men go through it in relationships too. And I'm going to tell you guys, you do not have to be with that person. So what you put 5, 10, 20 years into somebody. If you are still waking up today, that means that you have an opportunity to have another 5, 10, and 20 years living your life the way that you want to actually live it. You know what I mean? Like, give yourself the opportunity to be happy. Give yourself permission to be happy because you deserve it. You deserve. You was not born here to suffer. Suffering is a mindset, and everything literally is a mindset. Like I remember when I was in the most extreme pain of my life in stage 4 cancer. When I tell you, cancer is one of the most painful things that you can experience physically, other than, some type of outside thing where maybe you're in a car accident or you get shot or something. But from the inside out, cancer is extremely painful. And I remember getting to a point when I was going through that experience where I used to let it beat me up. I used to be crying and upset, like, why me? Why is this happening? And one day this light bulb just went off in my head, and I said, you know what? If I'm still waking up, I must be built for this shit. I must be able to take this. I must be built for this because I keep waking up. And it was just that little thought of, you know what? I'm built for this. I started to take some of my power. Then I got to a point where I was like, yo, instead of me crying, I need to start laughing at this shit because it got to be a fucking joke. Like, this hurts so much that it has to be a joke. Like, I can't look at life as being serious anymore. Like, this has to be a fucking joke. And I started laughing at it. Then I started challenging it. Like, oh, that's the best you got? Like, I wrote about this in my book before, Survivor Story. And it was just taking my power back in those moments where I would just change my mindset on how I looked at what I was experiencing that made a difference to which way I went. Because if I would have stayed in that direction of, oh, why me? And why is this happening? And oh my God, this is horrible. And I just want to die. I would have manifested that. Period.
And you know, a lot of people do that. And I'm glad you did say that. So people, if you got cancer or you on the verge or anything, please listen to her. She went through it already. So right there is proven fact that you could get over that and beat it. So
back when I
but
survived,
it starts, the mind is important though.
So I've been now, I'm 19 years in where cancer free, right? Back then, statistically, I was 1 in a million. Thank God now that, you know, things have advanced. There's more people surviving stage 4, you know, as everything is evolved. You know, one day it'll be even easier to eradicate cancer. Black women actually invented a way
with a laser.
With a laser. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting better at it. However, cancer is also an emotional dis-ease. It's stored emotions that you've been depressing and repressing and holding that resentment, holding that anger, holding that why can't these things change? Or why did this person do this to me? Or, you know, I hate this person for what they did to me. Like, listen, there is no amount of your anger that will ever change anybody from being the way that they are. But it will change the way you feel in that moment and take your opportunity of feeling better away from you.
Oh shoot, we at the rapping time.
Preaching in this moment.
Yeah, you was killing
it. I'm preaching now because I really care about people. Like, it hurts when I hear that a Black man has committed suicide because life got so hard that he couldn't deal with it. And it's like, if I can wake you back up and choke you, I'm like, why want to go that route when you can just go to help yourself? You know what I mean? True. Like, go talk to someone. Listen, y'all can even hit me up on YouTube. Send a message or something.
You can hit me up.
If y'all need to talk to me or Red or Kirk, like, we here for you too. Like, you don't have to go through this shit alone. Like, you really don't. You're not alone, and you don't have to go through it alone. You know what I mean? And I truly care. Like, it hurts to hear these things happen, and women too. You know, and just the things that men go through because they can't process their emotions, they take it out on women. And then women are really going through their own shit. We going through physiological changes that we can't even fucking control. Then we're going through y'all, you know, being mad at us too. It's like,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
You know, there's a lot. But, you know, real talk, like, even if you got to call that hotline, you know what I mean? If you just need somebody to talk to, like,
holla.
Do that. But we can talk about this all night, and we definitely got to talk about this again because I want this to be, you know, something that we show people we care about, like Awareness Academy 411.
The 411.
Ladies and
gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
411 on how to improve your life as much as you possibly can while we have fun doing it, while we talk about some of the bullshit going on in the world. But real talk, we here because we care and we just want to be a part of the solution.
Yes,
and educate.
Education all day long.
But
and this is all for educational purposes.
But before we go, I want to salute all the graduation people that's going to the next grade and getting out of college and everything. Y'all did it. Peace and blessings.
Absolutely. The little kindergartners with their cute little selves, and the fifth graders going to sixth, and the eighth going to high school. Congratulations to all y'all, and more importantly, congratulations to the parents too, because y'all definitely holding their kids down and keeping them where they're supposed to be. Just listen, teach your kids to be kind to other children, please, because some little kids don't have no kindness around them. So if you can just teach your kid to be kind to the next, that might help save someone's life as well.
Yeah. And happy Father's Day to everybody.
Oh, yes. Happy Father's Day
out there. You know what I'm saying? I never look for recognition. I'm just saying happy Father's Day to other fathers. You know what I'm saying? Happy Father's Red. Happy Father's Day. Real talk, man. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that's trying to do it. And women, please do not get on Facebook and be like, happy Father's Day to me. No.
Yeah, no.
Let us have our goddamn moment. Because when it's Mother's Day, we don't be like, happy Mother's Day to me. I was father and mother. No, you never hear that shit. I'm sorry. I just had to say it, goddamn. I had to say it.
I can't even be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. Now, real talk, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day, Kurt, Red. You know, I hope you guys have an amazing Father's Day. You know, get you spoiled and you get more than socks. And more than a tie, you know, more than cologne, you know.
Look. I'm gonna make me a nice dinner.
Oh, I'm barbecuing for my kids.
And then I'm gonna post it and get everybody mad.
I'm gonna be mad because I want some too.
I'm gonna make some jerk chicken, yo. I could cook a little bit on the grill. I can't cook regular food, but I'm a griller. I could. You season anything? I can flip it in the air and throw it on the grill. If I don't get too lazy on Sunday, but I got the grill ready. I cleaned it down already, like it's like cleaning off a car. Cleaned it real good. Gave it a car wash. My grill's so sexy. It's so pretty.
Well, my father, he's in non-physical form, but you know, happy Father's Day to Anthony.
Yeah, mine's too.
Happy Father's Day to you, Dad. Too.
Yeah, happy Heavenly Father's Day to all the fathers out there that have transitioned to being our angels.
Yes,
you know, they're here holding us down and making sure we good, you know. And real quick for people to understand, if someone that you love has passed away, and in that very moment that, you know, you'll just have a moment where you feel emotional, where you feel upset, you know, and like, oh my God, they're gone or whatever. Recognize in that moment that you're having that feeling, they're literally right there. And you're sensing their frequency. That's why, and because you're sensing their frequency and you haven't trained yourself to understand that, you're sensing their frequency, and now you're going to interpret it as pain, but you're just sensing their frequency. So next time you feel some type of way about somebody that's passed away, try to stop for a moment and just say, you know what? This is their love that I'm feeling right now. Yeah. And I'm just gonna take in that this is their love. Not that I lost them. I still have their love because they're surrounding me all the time. So I want to leave everybody with that. You know, if you guys have anything else to say, you know, speak now.
Look. My OG always around me. So my OG, he always got me when he was alive and when he's in his upstairs.
Passed on, transition.
Yeah. So that's why you see C. June.
Yeah.
That's his name and that's my name. So
that's what's up. My father got the same name too. I'm crazy.
Oh, that's sweet. I got the Zizzo is from my dad. Like people look at me like, Zizzo, where'd you get that? That's not your real name. Yes, it is. My father was Sicilian, and that's a Sicilian last name. Okay, I'm not. You know, just for educational purposes, Sicilians are a mix of Arab, African, and Italian. So they ain't white. Okay.
Exactly.
A fact.
That's right.
Don't call me no white girl, because I ain't no damn white girl. Sit in a room with white people. I am not looked at as part of the fucking group, okay?
That's funny.
She went in. She went in on that one.
Oh my God! Listen, Zizzo is.
Look. Y'all be talking about me going in. Yeah, Whitney firecracker.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, there's a little bit of frustration behind that. You know, people just talking mess, and, you know, or real talk. People really don't believe that this is always my real name. Like, nah, it's really my name. Like, my dad gave it to me.
That's
You know, it was
all right. I guess to say thumbs up to everybody. Bye bye.
Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day, everybody. And thank you for joining another episode with Awareness Academy 411. Again, I'm your girl, Wendy.
Episode 9.
We're here, Kirk the Jerk, Nappy Fred, and we here to just educate and make y'all feel good. So I hope we achieve the goal tonight. So peace and blessings to you all.
God bless. Yes.
Peace.